What's going on, guys? Listen, journey with us and let me show you how I took this almost free trip down to Lima. Now, a few times per week, there is a straight flight out of JFK Airport down to Lima
Take the exit.
International
Keep left
Airport.
to merge onto Route 15.
Now, LATAM is a major partner with Delta, so I transfer some points from my Amex to my Delta platform and book that flight through LATAM from JFK to Lima. So listen, you guys know I live in Connecticut, and to get to JFK from Connecticut, what I did was rented a one-way rental from Budget, and I picked up in Bradley and I dropped off in JFK, after which I took the air train from the car drop-off in JFK to Terminal 4, where you'll find LATAM Airlines and Delta flights, international flights at Terminal 4. Otherwise, I would have to Uber, and that would cost a fortune. So that's a strategy you can use when traveling. Just rent a one-way car to your airport. Listen, at one point I thought I was going to miss this flight because the traffic was so thick that early in the morning to get to JFK. My flight was at 2 p.m. We leave the house from 8
In 2 miles, take
to New
exit
York.
2A to merge onto I-95 south toward George Washington
crazy
Bridge.
traffic going down. I think there was some constructions at some points, and also it was just early morning, so people were just taking their time driving in to work and so on and so forth. But we made it though. Can someone tell me why New York roads has to be so terrible? The highways in New York are terrible. You definitely know when you get to New York driving from anywhere, because the highways just start getting bad, potholes everywhere. Anyways, I think they're trying to fix the issues because they're doing some construction on the highway. That's why there was some traffic and stuff like that. So this was in Queens right here, and they're trying to fix the road, and I don't know, maybe it's because of the World Cup coming up, they're trying to have these roads looking very good, but the construction is worth it at this time to fix the road. But I don't know, maybe I'm running late for my flight here, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna make that flight to Lima because we have to get to Lima. Alright, so I made my way down to the airport, to the dropped off car rental. I gassed it up and, made my way to drop the car off and, just enjoying the New York day so far. So I dropped the car off and made my way to the air train to get back to Terminal 4 to get my flight.
By Terminal 4, air train. Wait for it.
So the air train ride was like 5-10 minutes to get back to Terminal 4 from where I was from Budget car rental. So just put that in perspective. Next time you're traveling and you decide to take the air train, it's going to take a little while. It's not going to be that fast. So just put that in your plan. So I meet up with my wife and we were checking in. This lady from LATAM that was assisting us to check in was so nice. She was such a sweetheart. I appreciate her.
Thank you very much.
Trust me.
All right. So downstairs on the right?
To there. Have security here.
Okay.
After, now, and back.
Okay, thank you. Yeah? Might just, because the information is transferred from Delta to them, so they probably just have a mix. Hello. What do you mean?
Say regular boarding.
Yeah, regular boarding, yes. Not no pre-check or anything.
So you guys don't want to try clear a little faster?
No, it's okay.
Actually, I have no, but it really wasn't a free trial. I have it.
Yeah.
I have it. Free trial.
And then, yeah, I remember.
But I have it, so they gave me that.
Right. But yeah, I remember you fighting that stuff to do that. They lied.
Alright, so we made it through security and now it's time to board. We got making our way to the gate and trying to see where to board.
Okay. I'm gonna leave this there too.
So I was so excited because I never been in such a huge commercial flight before, so this was something new for me.
Way over there? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Guys, I was impressed. On LATAM, you get your earphones, your blanket, and your pillows. There was so much space for the main cabin, and listen, I was impressed, guys. So you will serve food 2 times, like an hour and a half after takeoff, and like an hour and a half before landing. And the food was pretty much good. Main course meal, just like something solid, I would say. The flight was for like 7.5 hours. I slept my eyes out, and now we arrived in Lima and we're getting off the plane. I'm so excited to get outside and to smell the fresh air and to just breathe in what Lima has to offer.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you very much, guys.
Alright, so at this point we're making our way to immigration and customs, and to clear Peru immigration. So we're making our way down there. It's like a little walk, longer than I expected, but we're taking our time to get down there and go through everything and catch a Uber.
Yeah, close to the ocean.
So this is the imposter that robbed us, who posed as Uber and overcharged us and ripped us off
Yeah.
by the tune of 300
You're from Lima?
soles to get
Yeah, okay.
to our
Alright.
Airbnb
Nice.
from the
First
airport,
time in
which is
Lima for me.
actually a 30.
Yeah,
He
it's
said he's
kinda
from
broken.
Lima, so if you guys recognize him, you should point him out. And tourists traveling to Lima, just stay away from this guy.
Okay, alright.
Look at his face, mark his face, and
Alright.
don't use his services, because he was the only disappointment I had traveling to Lima. At the airport, he told us that the ride would be 60 soles, but when he get to my Airbnb, he said he meant $60, 60 US dollars. That's what he said he meant. But he's a rip-off. He knew that this was our first time in Lima, so he was just taking advantage of us. And you see there in the Uber, I was looking up, the rides are like 55 or 60 soles from the airport to get to my destination. But he charged us $60. Actually, he charged us $89. So if I knew better, my Airbnb host was offering to arrange a ride for us, but I was just wanting to spread the money around and give some to the locals as well. But this was a big mistake I made. I should have took up the offer that my Airbnb host was giving to arrange a ride for us for like 25 US dollars, which was better than being ripped off by $89. I want to say thank you to our Airbnb host Orlando for this beautiful place. Everything was just right. It was clean, it was spacious, it was just right for the occasion. So I want to say thank you to Orlando. So if you ever make it to Lima, guys, you should check out Orlando's hosting and Airbnb. Alright, so we make it to Lima and we traveled outside the next day. We're just enjoying and soaking up Rock Lamar, taking in this spectacular view here. So that was all we went through to get to Lima. Please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop any content.